Welcome to student login system. This system is actually at the request of a viewer out there, so I've put something together. If you enter your login details there, okay, and supposing that's your username and the password, maybe you make up anything that's your password, login, invalid student login details, click on OK. The system is now giving you an opportunity to register your student details. Would you like to register? Yes. Okay, supposing you now register, that's your username and this happens to be your password. Register that. Registration is successful. You can now give that a try and see. Hopefully I should remember what I entered in there. Welcome to Student Services, Gateway to Bright Future. There, that's it. That means you are now in the system. So what I will do next is to take you guys straight into Visual Basic Development environment, and we put something like this together just to show you guys how to develop a very simple program. So I'm going to reset that. You see the system is back to normal. Just exit here, confirm if you want to leave the system. Yes, I want to. System all out. Okay, so what I'll do next is let's design a brand new interface from scratch. Okay, I'm starting a new system now. Select Windows Forms application and just modify the interface, and let's just assume the size is about that, and I'll just change the back color. I'll change that to black there. So the next thing I'll do is let's get a group box there, and this very group box I will change the color for about that, and let's just drag it to fill up the interface. Move it down, repeat the same thing here. Okay, about that, get another group box, and this time around change the color as well. Change the back color to something a little bit darker or lighter, sorry, and repeat exactly the same thing. And one more, let's get another one, another group box there, place that one there, and change the back color to something lighter there. So the group box, they are all in place now. Alright, okay, the next thing is move this down a little bit, and maybe reduce it a little bit more. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's alright. And right here, let's get a label here, and then just change the caption of that very label to student login systems, and change the font color. I'm going to change the font color to white and set this size. Let's go for maybe 48. Let's see, and move that up there. Maybe we need to move this up a little bit more. Just move this down a little bit. Close this for now. Yeah, that's fine. If I run it, this is how the system is looking right now. Okay, that's not too bad. Alright, the next thing I would do is to enter the following. I need some labels there. Get a label, change the size of this very label to maybe 26. Let's copy it across and change this to username. The next one, that will be password. Now the next thing I'll do is I need some text box one here. Let's just make it multi-line and number 1, and I also need another one, number 2. In fact, I then need 2 more of those there. So these are the extra 2, and these first 2, let me double click on my form load and just set the focus text box 1 dot focus. So if I run it, I want the focus right inside text box 1 really, so I need to change my index number. This is index number 1. Alright, they're all 1, so let's change this to 1, and this will be 2, or tab number 3 and 4 here. have all my tab number in place then. Okay, I need to make these two invisible, so double click on that and just come in here. We will need the following text box 1 dot visible, make that true anyway, so just copy. This is 2 3 4 text box 4, 3 and 4 will be invisible, so there, which means when I run the program, what you guys will see will be only text box 1 and 2. Now for text box 3 and 4, I'll just move them in place. That's where they are. Now I now need a button. Let's get some buttons right in there. 4 of those actually. 4 buttons. 1, change the property to something a little bit readable, maybe 22. Okay, that's fine. And change the text content in here. Let's say that is log in. Another one here. One more. And I think I will need one more for my exit. It seems they are a little bit too long. Now come in here, just reduce that. Let's reduce that to about 30. Oh no, reduce this to 200. Okay, now there should be enough room, so let's rearrange the whole thing. Okay, that will be exit button right there. And this, now that we change the name to btn exit. This is btn reset, and here text value will be reset. And this one is fine. The other one there, okay, let's just change that to register. So now that is register. Now we want only one of them to be visible. Okay, I want this to be on top. Let's bring it to the top. That's fine. So that's all my buttons in place now. Now double click on the form and just enter as follows. And paste that in there. Dot visible equals true. Why? btn register dot visible equals false. So if I run the system, this is what you see. This is visible and these ones are visible. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is let me just speed up the interface development, then I'll get back to you guys. Okay, this is how my interface is looking right now. Let me run it so that you guys will see it. This is how it's looking right now, but at the moment none of this works. So let's start with the exit. So if I come in here, double click on the exit and just enter the following lines of codes right there. Okay, so you will be asked some questions to confirm if you really want to exit the system. So take a good look at the lines of code for the exit. So if I run it, this is what will happen. Please confirm leaving the system. If you say yes, all system is out. Okay, that's for the exit. Now for the reset, let's just take care of the easy ones first. For the reset, I want this gone, so double click. So that will become text box 1 dot text equals, let's clear it and repeat exactly the same thing for all the text boxes, and this becomes clear. This is clear as well. That's 3 and that's 4, so that's fine. Now we also need, in that case, supposing we have this visible, so we need that to happen. I need the login system visible and okay, and the registration button, I want that false. Okay, so the next thing is, before I proceed, the next thing I'll do here is to set this up. It has no name, but let's give it a name first. Let me just call it login systems. Okay, that's fine. Save. Now let's go straight into the project right here. Login system. Now click on settings. Can you guys see that? Okay, right here, change that. I just want to declare some variables there. change that to user name. Okay, and this very one I'll change that to password, and that's that. So before you leave, make sure it's saved. Just click on save. Okay, now go back to my form design right there. Okay, the next thing now is to start with the code and continue. Pause part of it. Let me take care of this registration system right here, this very one. Double click on that. So what I was asked the system to do is, if text box 3, which is this very one, dot text equals nothing, or text box 4 itself dot text equals no, then message box enter as follows: register, let's say register your student details. Register your student details. Close that and just add a visual basic information icon. Yeah, close it. So press enter. Else my variable that I've just declared dot set dot settings dot username equals whatever is in here. Okay, and exactly the same thing will be repeated for that of the password. And in the case of this, that's 4, and here is dot password there. Okay, so the next thing I'll do now is I have to make sure it is saved. So settings itself again. Okay, dot save. Okay, so that's taken care of. So let's just speed that up. Okay, that's the rest of the code. Okay, once it's correct, what will happen is the registration button become invisible. Okay, the text box are visible, login button is visible, and maybe I think I should add a message box there. Registration is successful. Okay, that's fine. So the next thing I'll do now is to take care of the login button itself, this very one. Let's move it there, close that. Now double click on that. Okay, all that is left for me to do now is to double click on this login button and just enter as follows. Here are the lines of codes. If text box 1 equals my settings and text box 2 equals my settings, then we get this welcome message: welcome to student services, gateway to bright future. Now this very label there becomes visible because it's invisible right here. In form load is invisible. Okay, it becomes visible right there. That is it. Why the text content inside all of the text box is cleared. However, if the student details enter is invalid, this is what comes up, and you are then given another chance, in this case, to register. So if you register, you are then given a chance again to log in. Those are the lines of code for the login itself. So one more time, let me just show you guys the lines of the login details, and that is it. Okay, why that of the register is right here. Those are the lines of code to register there, and here that's just for the reset button. And the form load, let me show you the form. That's the exit buttons. Okay, you can always just say application.exit. That's sort of like exaggerate everything there, which is good. It's good for programming. And here, that's the form load. Okay guys, so if I run the program right now, let's run it and see. Enter maybe Kingsley. There's an S missing. Okay, that's fine. And here, let's enter, click on login. Invalid student details. Would you like to register? Yes, and that pops up. Okay, if I decide to register now and check out mine, okay, that is accepted, and this pops up. Then I can now log into the system, and that's it. So what you will see is my label will pop up, which means I've successfully logged onto the system there. One thing that I need to do now is to move this in place and change the caption or the text of this password. So let's do that now. Come back into development area, move this into position there, click on this, and now select the property. Right down here, look for password char, so I can just enter star in there. So if I run the program, I think I should repeat the same thing for text box 4 as well. Okay, it's for text box 4, so I need to repeat it for text box 1, text box 2 itself. Okay, 2 there. Okay, if I now run the program, enter my login details in there, you and I know that's incorrect. There, that's now valid. Okay, I want to register, so I can then say okay, Ewu Isa. Okay, let's make that capital I. Okay, and right here I have my login details there, my password. That's my password. Register. Successful. Now I'll now try and log into the system, and here I have, oh, let's hope it's correct. Yeah, it is correct. And that's it. That's how you create your own student login details. So you all have a nice day now.